Previously on When Calls the Heart.
I am more tired than I have ever been.
You need to take some time for yourselves.
No, you don't need to remind me of my situation. I just need a little more time.
There's a piece of land. It's my land, and I want to sell it to you.
I accept.
What's the deal?
I want to give you a house on a hill, a castle for you and Jack.
I don't want a castle. Having my best friend over while our babies sleep upstairs, there's just no house on a hill that could make up for that.
There's so many people, and they're hogging all the pools. Is there enough room for us? Not a chance. Mr. Hickam, how are we supposed to swim when everyone else is here?
Will you children keep it down? Some of us are trying to enjoy the experience.
Well, maybe you better come back later.
We have to go to school.
That is a problem, because the tourists come here for the hot springs.
We're the ones who discovered the hot springs in the first place. This is so unfair.
Oh, there she is. Big day, first day into town.
That's right. And it's going to be a wonderful day. Don't forget these.
Right, yeah, got him.
We are going to see Auntie Faith.
Yeah.
Normally she comes to our place, but today we're going to see her at the office. Oh, Lee,
What?
where's the baby's hat? The hat?
The hat. I saw
In
that.
there?
It's on her head.
Well, then we have everything.
Oh, by the way, I have a new name to try out. Tell me what you think. Gussie. After my great-grandmother, remember?
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's try it on for size.
Fantastic. Let's go.
Joseph, I don't think I realized how good a month we've been having.
With all these tourists, business has been great.
We should celebrate, give back to our friends. I think it's time for another community dinner. And what did we say this place could learn a thing or two about?
Barbecue.
So let's do it. A St. Louis barbecue right here in Hope Valley. Just like the ones we used to host when we first got married.
Oh, okay, but you said St. Louis. Surely you meant Kansas City barbecue like my mama made me.
Oh, now don't start that.
These tourists sure are annoying.
Toby, that isn't nice. They've been a good thing, too. Mom has never been busier at the cafe.
Well, it doesn't mean they could just take over. Mrs. Thornton.
Good morning.
We have to do something about all the tourists up at the hot springs.
Yeah, they shouldn't be allowed.
Who's not allowed?
The tourists are at the hot springs all the time.
I see. Well, the tourists are great for the town's economy. And it's a free world, so they can go wherever they like.
But they won't share.
And they're on holidays. They've got all day to be up there. And we've only got before and after school.
They make a good point.
They certainly do. If you four can come up with a solution, maybe I can be of help.
But what would it be?
Well, we'll have to figure that out. Why don't we go to school and we can discuss it there?
Guess.
Fine. Okay.
Cheer up. It was very generous of you to offer to help.
I like making people happy. Hopefully.
So if they bring you a solution, you'll help them make it a reality? Even if it crosses your guests?
In my experience, a good solution is a deal everyone wants to take.
Well, I'll be excited to see how this turns out.
Have a good day.
You too.
Hello, ladies. Hello.
Hello, Lee. Hello, Rosemary.
Let me see her.
Oh, hello, baby Myrtle.
Oh, we've actually changed it to
Gussie.
Gussie.
Yeah, Gussie.
Gussie?
Yeah,
That was Dimple.
when was it ever Dimple?
for a moment there after my great-aunt Dimple from Ohio. You remember? I told you about her.
Yes, yes. Your family has so many unique names that I'm only hearing about now.
Well, whatever your name is, I'm sure it will be beautiful, just like you.
See you later.
Bye-bye.
Hey, Constable.
Hi.
Anything I can do for you?
No, I'm just getting a package from Ned. I'm actually headed up to Eagle Creek. The constable up there's been reassigned, so I'm just gonna cover for him.
You can pass by my family's farm, up top South Hill Road. It's a sad sight. Whoever can move on is moving on. Even the pastor left a couple months ago.
Oh, that's terrible to hear.
Yeah. Wonder if Joseph knows anybody.
Oh, I'll be sure to ask Minnie. All right, young man. Let's put these over there.
Some problems are more complicated than others, and solutions can be very hard to find, especially when there are a lot of different points of view. For example,
There are too many tourists up at the hot springs?
yes. And what is the source of the problem?
There isn't enough room for us.
Right. So the problem is sharing the hot springs?
All anybody talks about is how the tourists have a right to be up there. But a lot of people have benefited from the tourists, including our parents.
Good point. Now, your assignment is to come up with a solution that is fair and to which everyone can agree. That is called compromise.
That's delicious.
I wouldn't change a thing.
How does it compare to
Joseph's? Well, his is quite good. But it pales in comparison.
Pales.
By the way, everyone loves the idea of the barbecue.
Oh, good. It's a rather last minute, so you only expect a dozen or so guests.
Nice and intimate. We can just pull 2 tables together.
Yes, maybe you could have it outside here at the cafe.
Oh, that's a wonderful idea.
Anyone have any ideas? I have one. There are 2 pools to swim in. How about we each take one?
Let's ask Mr. Bouchard.
Ask me what?
We have a solution to the hot springs. How about the kids take one pool and the adults take the other?
A children's pool? What a ridiculous idea. I will not be splashed by a bunch of miscreants. There should be no children allowed, period.
But that's not fair. We were the ones who found them.
We are not miscreants.
But I am the paying customer. I sincerely hope that my wife and I shall not be forced to pack our bags and move on over this matter.
Surely it won't come to that, Mr. Mitchell.
See, they won't listen or compromise. We need to find a solution everyone will agree to. That's what Mrs. Thornton said.
And she's right. A compromise is just a negotiation. Each side needs to feel like they are getting what they want. So, you want time at the hot springs. How much time will you settle for?
An hour a day?
A few hours a day, plus all day Saturday and Sunday. And holidays.
Toby, the tourists aren't going to agree to that.
You don't know what they'll agree to until you ask. But don't show them your cards.
Show your cards?
Find out what the tourists will agree to before you tell them what you will agree to. And that way, they can't lowball you. Just find out what they want.
You are such a beauty. Florence mentioned that you changed her name again.
Oh, Elizabeth. What a lovely surprise.
Hello.
Ned. Hello, Rosemary. Hello, you. So what's on the agenda?
Well, we are having a mother-daughter shopping day. And then a trip to see Faith just for a checkup. And if we're feeling really adventurous, a tour of the Valley Voice to see Dad.
Oh, what a perfect plan.
What about you?
Just getting some new pencils.
Oh, trying to stay sharp? Oh, look at all these wonderful things for little children just like you. Oh. Huh. That was a lovely song.
Rosemary? Is something wrong?
No, not at all. But thank you for being such a good friend. I don't want to keep you. I see you have found your pencils, and we should be on our way too. Say goodbye.
Harry, I had no idea just how bad it was out there.
It started about a year ago. About the time some Union City bigwigs started buying up all the land.
What do city folk want with farmland?
Beats me. Someone from the Union City Holding Company came out, sat on the porch with my pa and offered him about twice what the farm was worth. Pa sure wishes he'd said yes, because the next thing we knew, the river went dry.
That's a tough break all the way through. I'm sorry for your troubles.
Joseph, that is so good.
Mm-hmm. Better than the
Minis? Absolutely, hands down. That being said, I should probably try it again just to be sure.
What are you two doing?
Nothing.
I will remind you of your pastoral duties to tell the truth. Are you trying to sway the jury?
But, Mama, didn't you let Florence and Molly taste the...
Oh, but as there wasn't a rule, no harm done.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna get going. Joseph, good luck. Bye.
Yeah.
This is nice.
Oh, you accepting that my sauce is superior? That's very refreshing.
Cooking together.
Oh, that. Yeah, that's very nice.
I heard some sad news. Eagle Creek lost their pastor, and with the drought, they don't have much hope of recruiting a new one.
Yeah, that's a shame. I wish I could do something to help, but I don't have the time with everything I'm doing. Last Sunday, I barely made it from the sawmill to the service.
I saw you brushing off the sawdust beside the church.
Caught that, did you?
Do you need to do it all?
Yes. We had a good month this month, but what if something happens? What if the kids need something?
This place isn't like St. Louis or Jameson or any of the other places. Hope Valley is different. Maybe you can finally focus on one thing.
What would Lee do without me?
What would any of us do?
Us kids want to go to the hot springs in the morning, so we're gonna have a sign-up sheet and...
What's this?
It's impossible is what it is. We're conducting a survey trying to get more kid time at the springs, but nobody wants to give up any time. The man in the hat wants mornings, and the woman with the parasol wants afternoons, and Mr. Mitchell, he wants all day, every day, in case I'm inspired to take the waters.
Hi, Allie. How's it going with the tourists?
Dad should put them in jail.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
They refuse to compromise. Mr. Bouchard says we should be careful not to show our cards.
Well, he did he?
Are those your words, Bouchard?
That way they can't lowball you.
All I mean is that in any negotiation,
Keep your cards close to your chest.
Maybe leave the teaching to Elizabeth, huh? Next thing you know, she's gonna be wanting to play poker.
Really? Can I, Dad?
No, you can't. Come on.
I suppose I'm still new to this kid thing.
You're a natural. We were just teasing you. Thank you for teaching them how to solve a real-world problem.
I'm excited to see how it turns out.
Bye.
Bye.
Good news. The contracts from Union City have arrived.
That was faster than we expected.
I made a few calls.
I hope not on my account. I wouldn't want you to rush anything.
No, not at all. It's all set. Just need your signature.
But Sebastian's lawyer needs to go over these as well.
Well, of course, of course. Take all the time you need. Just know that it's there for you and Jamie. I just need to go up there and fix a few things. One last thing. Now that you're staying in Hope Valley, I think it's time that you attend a Hope Valley event. A community dinner.
Community dinner?
Yeah, the Canfields are hosting. Barbecue.
Are you asking me to go with you?
Well, yes, you and Jamie to go with me, along with everyone else who's going. It's a big thing. You should join now that you're officially a member of the community.
I wouldn't want to intrude.
Well, you wouldn't be intruding.
But thanks anyways. I'll have the lawyers look these over. Thank you again, Bill, for everything you've done.
Baby seems to be in perfect shape. Good job, Mama. Is everything else all right?
It's been quite hard.
A lot of new mothers feel overwhelmed, especially in the first few weeks. It gets easier.
It's not that exactly. I just have so many questions and no one to answer them. Not medical questions, Faith. Motherhood questions. And I know I have wonderful friends who are also mothers. But for some reason, I want to ask my own mother.
Rosemary, you are a daughter without a mother. I'm one too.
Faith.
You know, when I was in my residency in the maternity ward, I came to understand that one of the hardest roles to play is a motherless mother.
I've never heard that term before. Yes. Yeah, it makes sense. I've never had more love inside me. But I've also never felt so afraid.
When did you lose her?
I was 5 when she left. I barely remember. And then she never came back. I was 18 when I found out she had passed. I don't know why all these feelings are coming up now.
Grief is unusual in that way. It doesn't know time.
Grief?
Rosemary, I think you might be grieving the loss of your mother.
I miss her.
Hi.
Elizabeth.
Just wanted to check on you.
Let me put the kettle on.
Oh, hello, sweetheart. Oh, my goodness. You know, I'd forgotten how much they change day to day.
She does, doesn't she? You know, she's been sleeping for over an hour. I thought maybe I should wake her up so she'd sleep better tonight, but someone this beautiful and peaceful. Maybe it's best to just let her be.
Rosemary. Will you please tell me what's wrong?
We went to see Faith today. And she thinks I'm grieving for my mother.
Well, I think she may be right.
It's ridiculous. I'm a grown woman. I can barely picture my mother. She left when I was so young. She rarely even came into my thoughts. But ever since she came along,
Of course she's on your mind. It's only natural.
Today at the Mercantile, I found that music box. And when I opened it, I heard that song. I had this sudden memory of my mother singing it to me.
How can I help?
Oh, Elizabeth. I have so many questions. But most of all, how could she leave me?
Bill. Oh, sorry to intrude.
That's all right. What's going on?
Do you think you could go up to my land with me tomorrow and give me a hand fixing up the porch at my cabin?
Sure, yeah. Couldn't this wait until tomorrow?
Well, I was walking by.
Is something on your mind?
Not really. Why?
Because you're walking around in the dark asking me if I can go fix your porch.
Okay, maybe there's something.
Maybe it's Madeline.
Why would you say that?
Because first off, Bill, it's clear that you like this woman.
Well,
And second, Bill, I think you're afraid of putting yourself out there.
Something just doesn't make sense here. Call it Mountie intuition.
You can call it whatever you want, but take it from me. Missing out, it's the worst feeling of all.
Thank you for coming.
Of course. Minnie stopped in next door to check on Rosemary and the baby.
Joseph, I wish there was something I could do for her.
Well, we all grieve in our own way.
How is she?
She's better, I guess. Joseph, thanks for coming over. Elizabeth, I don't know what to do. How are you supposed to help somebody grieving someone they barely knew?
Blessed are those who mourn, for they shall be comforted. And that's all we can do. While she's hurting, make sure we're there for her. She lost someone she loves, but she has us, her family, her friends. Together we can help her get through this.
When I'm missing Jack, I have a couple things that bring me comfort. There's a note he left on my desk at school inviting me to dinner at the jail, and a handmade Christmas tree ornament.
Well, it's the little things that help us feel close to those we've lost.
Does Rosemary have anything from her mother?
When her father passed, the executors sent us a trunk that was her mother's. But Rosemary wouldn't open it. She wouldn't even crack the seal. In fact, before the baby was born, she had me get rid of it.
Is that the trunk you asked me to get rid of?
Do you still have it?
Lee, I can't believe you let me sleep in that long. We need to thank Minnie for... I thought we threw this away.
Joseph held on to it. He always seems to know when something's important.
Thank goodness. No one listened to me about getting rid of it.
You know, Elizabeth said that sometimes mementos can be helpful when you're grieving someone. So maybe we should have a look. Hey, you don't have to if you don't want to.
It's not just me that will want answers. Our daughter deserves to know who her grandmother was as well.
Sweetheart, these are all addressed to you. They're from your mother. I mean, all of them.
I never knew she wrote. Why would my father have kept these from me?
I don't know. Maybe he was trying to protect you.
Are these all from your mother?
She loved me, Elizabeth, and I know that now. I feel more connected to her than I ever have.
I am so happy for you. What did they say?
Oh, well. This one. My dearest Rosemary, my beautiful daughter. Words cannot describe how much I miss you, even though we cannot be together. I'm with you always.
Oh, Rosemary.
My father was a good man, but traditional, and when they separated, the laws of the day allowed him to claim sole custody.
I had no idea.
I don't think she even realized. And then when he was transferred, she wasn't allowed to visit. I think my father regretted it and paid me back by trying to be the world's greatest dad. She wrote to me on each birthday, and she planned to visit when I turned 18, but then she passed.
She looks just like you.
I may have felt like I didn't have a mother, but I think she was always with me.
How are you? Have you and the children found a compromise?
Oh, not even remotely.
Oh.
I don't think the tourists are going to budge.
I wonder why.
Currently, they already have everything they want.
Well, what I always tell my students, keep going upstream until you find a source to the problem.
You are a very good teacher.
I thank you, Mr. Bouchard.
In fact, I think we could use your help.
Hi.
Hi. This park's really coming along, thanks to you.
Yeah, you were right. I gotta say, I thought that you and Bill were a little touch. You suggested it, but feels good.
Oh, it's nice being right all the time.
Yeah, I bet. I wouldn't know anything about that.
But listen, Minnie and I are hosting a barbecue dinner, and if you have the spare time, I wouldn't mind, another hand, strong arms to help move furniture or serve food.
You know you may be right, but you're still a terrible liar, right? Are you inviting me to your barbecue?
Yes.
I would like to come.
Well, all right, I'll see you there.
All right.
Jamie?
Mother, look, my sweet potatoes are sprouting.
That's wonderful. Have a seat. I have some good news. We've settled your father's estate, and now we can go home.
Go home? I like it here.
Yes, and so do I. But your father's estate had some complications and entitlements, and I was finally able to settle them. And what about your school and your library? You have hundreds of books to read and peruse.
I'm alone there. Here I have friends and the hot springs, and I can ride a bike.
Of course. And I want that for you as well, but...
What?
Nothing. I just love you so much.
So, what did the tourists have to say for themselves?
The only thing they can agree on is they want to go to the hot springs whenever they feel like it. And they won't have enough to do.
So the source of the problem is that the tourists are bored.
You sound a lot like Mrs. Thornton.
Should I take that as a compliment?
Most definitely.
We're talking tourists?
Mm-hmm.
May I? Please. These city types get antsy. They want to be constantly entertained.
One lady said, Saratoga Springs has badminton and calisthenics. Whatever that is.
Well, it's jumping jacks, push-ups, lunges. Well, I've been doing calisthenics every day, ever since Faith recommended it.
Well, what if the tourists had more to do than just go to the hot springs?
Can the tourists go with you, Mr. Hickam?
Well, sure, but I don't know if they'll want to. It takes a lot out of you.
That might not be such a bad thing. A tired tourist isn't a Nancy tourist.
Do you think they'd take that deal?
There's only one way to find out.
Excuse me? Mr. Mitchell? We have a proposal.
I'm all ears.
Would you be okay with a schedule at the hot springs? If during the rest of the time there were other things to do?
Like
Calisthenics? Oh, I hear it's all the rage.
So if the Queen of Hearts provided additional activities, you'd be flexible, continue your stay?
I'll entertain the idea. Now, if you'll excuse me, I should like to take the waters before sunset.
Progress.
How many people did you invite?
I guess word got around. I'm gonna ask Nathan and Bill to help me get some tables and chairs out of the cafe.
I am glad you made more food.
And that we didn't come empty-handed.
Thank you.
Hi, Minnie.
Oh, hello.
Thank you for inviting us.
This really is quite the turnout.
The more, the merrier. Though this is merrier than expected.
Oh, it smells delicious.
Thank you. Enjoy.
Thank you.
Here, I'll take that, Joseph. You can go help Minnie.
Thanks, Bill. Well, it's about time to welcome everybody.
Yes.
And I was thinking, since this was your idea, would you like to do the honors?
I would.
Everybody, can I have your attention?
Welcome. We would like to thank you all for coming and thank God for this great food and community to share it. We are so excited for everyone to get a little taste of our home with my mother's St. Louis versus Joseph's mother's Kansas City barbecue. We hope you all like our family recipes as much as we do. And there will be a poll to see what you think. So don't forget to vote for St. Louis. Or Kansas City.
All right, y'all, who's hungry? Come get some barbecue.
All right.
Hello.
You want some?
Yes, please.
Jamie, come here.
I think I'll need to get a few more chairs.
It's all right. Hey, I got it. I got it.
Madeline. I'm glad you decided to come.
Thank you for inviting us, Bill.
My parents make the best barbecue sauce. Kansas City and St. Louis, our two homes.
Two of our three homes. Nowhere has felt more like home than Hope Valley.
I can't argue with that.
Here you go, buddy. For you.
Thank you.
Say thank you.
Whoa, look at that.
Lucas, look who it is.
Ah, Mr. Mitchell, join us, please.
Mr. Bouchard, we heard there was a gathering of some kind.
Hey, Mr. Mitchell. Glad you can join us.
Pull up a chair. Please. Mrs. St. John? Must be a far cry from Philadelphia high society.
Ah, yes. But the people of this charming town seem to be having a lot more fun.
Yes, we are very lucky here. But Bill says you're staying, so this is only just the beginning. Welcome to town, Madeline.
Touchdown! Hey.
Henry! I'm so glad you came.
Well, Joseph invited me, so.
Couldn't be more grateful, my friend.
Well, I'm honored by the invitation. I'm gonna get some barbecue.
Oh, yeah.
Right here.
Well, it looks like everybody liked both our sauces. Should we count up the votes?
Or we could declare it a tie.
Did I hear there were 2 sauces? Must have missed that because I mixed them together and they were delicious.
St. Louis and Kansas City?
And a little Hope Valley.
Everybody, to Minnie and Joseph.
Will you let me help on this? I have had some experience with this game.
With this game?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go, ladies. I like our chances. Congratulations.
Great.
Well done.
For us.
Thank you.
As a team.
Oh.
Fun all around, Mr. Bouchard. Upon reflection, I am willing to accept your deal.
Wonderful news. The Queen of Hearts will host you as long as you like to stay.
I'll be back in a bit.
Well done.
It was a team effort. The kids needed to go upstream till they found the source of the problem. Apparently, a few games and activities was all that was required.
Didn't you say from the beginning you like to make people happy?
I did. But mostly just you.
Oh. Here you go.
Thanks.
Thought I'd see you at the tug of war.
You can, my shoulder.
You know what that tug of war reminds me of?
Basic training.
Every Friday afternoon.
Oh, yeah, us too.
Some things never change. I had such a tough instructor. Tough but fair. So many times I wanted to quit, you know. My body hurt everywhere. But he had a saying. Either you're in or you're out. And the thought of being out was terrifying, so I kept going.
That's good advice.
It's still good advice.
Faith, do you want to dance?
I'd love to.
Enjoy.
Oh, this has been so lovely.
Just perfect. We're gonna go off to the library. Does little Jack want to come with us?
Would you like to go? Sure, go ahead. Have a good time. So fast. Oh my goodness. Oh. See that baby?
Hi. Hello, ladies. Oh, look what we have here.
You made it.
We did.
So, we've all been on pins and needles. Have you landed on a name yet?
Goldie.
Oh, Rosemary, that is a beautiful name.
I would like to introduce you all to Goldie. Hi. Hi, sweetie.
Marigold Elizabeth Coulter.
Thanks, Mr. Bouchard.
You kids got the ball rolling.
We couldn't have done it without you. If you hadn't taught us to be card sharks.
They're joking.
I'm choking.
I I'm very proud of all of you for finding a way for everyone to win.
Early bird.
Oh, I know I'm early. I can respect the schedule. Oh, wait.
You can go in the other one if you'd like, Mr. Mitchell.
That's a very generous offer. I don't mind if I take you up on that.
I'm so proud of them for finding a solution.
All it took was a little compromise.
And negotiation.
Oh, perfection. This is fine.
And so the young Princess Rosie Sparkle escaped the dragon and saved the kingdom and herself. Grandmother Goldie wrote that story and so many others so that one day I could read them to you. She loved me very much. And that is why we named you after her. Oh, yes. I love you, my little Goldie. More than life itself. Time for bed. Time for bed. Yes. Oh, there you are. Oh, my goodness. There you are.